Libras, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing well. So for all my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women, we're now covering March 21st till the 27th. And this week on the 21st, we have Mercury in Pisces conjuncting Jupiter in Pisces. And then on the same day, Mars in Aquarius, sextiling Chiron in Aries. So this is a very mentally focused day, or at least around this time. And it's going to be really important that you keep your thoughts in check. I mean, it's always important, but especially around this time, because Jupiter is like expanding it. Whatever we're thinking about and speaking, it's growing, it's expanding. So you want to make sure that you're thinking good things, positive things, focusing on your dreams, not nightmares. And if you find yourself getting to that downward spiral of negative thinking or fears, doubts, which it's okay, it's human, it happens to everybody. Don't think so much. Don't try so hard like, oh, let me not think about it. I don't want to think about it. Try to replace those thoughts with happier thoughts. Whatever that is for you, like puppies, oh my gosh, chocolate, yummy, butterflies, flowers. When you start thinking negatively or start getting really down or hard on yourself, replace those thoughts with something that makes you happy, that makes you feel lighter. Okay. And the more you can practice doing that, because it's going to take time. It's not something that's like automatic, but the more you practice it, the better it's going to get, or the better you're going to get at it, and the faster it'll just happen eventually, and it'll become automatic. It takes time, but if you do it consistently, eventually it's just going to be like second nature, and you'll always be able to bounce back and shift your energy back to where you want to be and get yourself out of like any, if you fall back a little bit, you'll always be able to get back up faster than before. So it's a little bit of a process, but just keep your thoughts in check. Try to like, when you start thinking too much, thinking too hard, think, okay, lighter thoughts, happiness, butterflies, trees, puppies, whatever makes you happy. And it'll train your brain to like, okay, no, shift, think lighter, okay? And then on the 26th, we have Mercury squaring Lilith and then Mercury sextiling Pluto. So this is learning how to face our shadow. And by doing so, we can transform and change ourselves, change our lives in our own terms without letting external things, other people force us to change. And then it's not so pretty, it's not so fun. But if we face things that are scary for ourselves and we do it on our own terms, it's a little bit easier to navigate than when we're forced to do it. So don't be afraid of your shadow. Don't be afraid of things that maybe could seem a little out there or outside of your comfort zone, because you learn so much about yourself when you do things that are scary, or when you face things that you're like, you learn a lot about yourself, and then you figure, you know what, maybe it's not that bad. And if there is something in your life that you've been needing to change, it's time to, get serious about it and do it for yourself before something or someone forces you to do it, and then it's not that fun, All right. And then on the 27th, we have Mercury entering Aries. So this is bringing faster, quicker thinking and speaking and communication, communicating more passionate and fiery. Okay. So it's like everything's like speeding up, heating up very, very fast. This could even make people a little bit more impatient or very kind of like get angry quicker. So I just want to like catch yourself a little bit. All right. So we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. Okay. All right. So my beautiful Libras, when it comes to your health, I feel like it's very mental, but you could also be dealing with something, internally. If anything, I feel more so like with your like chest area, heart, digestion possibly, but I think this is more so in like how you express yourself. Maybe you've been having trouble with like expressing yourself or feeling comfortable with kind of like expressing yourself or communicating or speaking up. Maybe you feel like people around you, or it feels like people around you maybe don't understand you or don't get you, and guess what? That's okay. That is totally okay if people don't get you. Not everyone is going to understand you, and not everyone is meant to understand you. And it's not your job. It's not your job to make someone, get what you're trying to say. It's not your job to make someone like you or to agree with you, because whether you do something or not, there's always going to be someone who doesn't agree, or someone who criticizes you or says something, snotty or whatever. So you might as well live your life doing what you want to do, because either way, when you're doing something you don't want to do, someone has something to say. And when you're doing something you do want to do, someone has something to say. So you might as well live your life doing what you want to do, being authentic, being, your true self. And I know it can be really hard, but I feel like as you get older, it starts to get easier and easier. You start to care less about what people think about you. And the more you can embody that and just find your voice, like actually find your voice and listen to your intuition and express yourself, you won't care as much about what other people think. And whether they like me or not, okay, cool. If you like me, cool. If you don't like me, I'm okay with that too, because I like me and that's all that matters. But don't hold back, because I feel like when you hold back and you don't express yourself, or you're not being true to yourself, or you're not speaking up, it affects your mental health and affects your physical health, because you're holding an energy that you need to express, you need to let out. And guess what? The more you express yourself authentically, like you are literally expressing what is original and natural to you, the more you attract people that kind of vibe with that, because they're like, oh, she thinks like me, or he thinks like me, like, oh, okay, we're kind of on the same page. But if you're not presenting yourself in a way that's real to you, you're going to attract other people that represent that maybe is not really you, you know? So really pay attention to your mental health and how you are expressing yourself, and don't hold back. Even if you feel like people may look at you funny, or it may rub people the wrong way, as long as you're not hurting anyone, you're not doing anything like that, express yourself. Whoever is meant to be in your life is going to accept you, and whoever's not, well, then you found your answer early on and didn't waste time. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, I feel like you could be receiving a message for like a small opportunity. Let's say, you're looking for a job and you have someone, a friend that's like, oh, this place, or I know someone who's hiring. If you want, like, I'll send them your resume, or here's an application, I put in a word for you. Like, you could receive some kind of opportunity. It may not be like the full opportunity, but it's like your ticket to, it's like your ticket window. What's the term? Like your ticket in the window that is a possibility that can get you there. Or someone connects you to the right person, or like, oh, here's their email, here's their phone number, just call them, tell them that I referred you. Like some kind of connection like that, where it's not for sure you're getting the deal or the job or the opportunity, but you're one step closer. Okay, so you may be receiving a message that can lead you to a bigger opportunity down the line, or you're getting close, mix and mingling, or talking with the right people that can eventually connect you with the right person. Okay, so this will probably help your finances, help your schoolwork, help your projects, whatever you have. And so make sure you're checking your inboxes, your emails, your spam mail, junk mail, because there could be something there possibly, or someone that reaches out to you, or your voicemails, right? Some of us have like voicemails that are like super long, or so many in there. Double check your messages, because you could be receiving some kind of message or opportunity. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating life, on your side, we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, death, and the Chariot. And don't be afraid when you see death. It doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, someone's dying. Okay, it's not like that, at least not in this context. So some of you could have Scorpio and or Cancer somewhere in your chart. Okay, and then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all of the above. We have here Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Sun. Aw, sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. I don't know why that came to my mind. All right, so I really like this person's energy or their spirit. They seem to be literally like sunshine, like a bright, happy spirit, full of love, full of laughter, full of good energy, like a nice bright aura, kind of like my dress, orange, fiery, lights you up. Okay, so who could you be dealing with? Well, it could be a fire sign, very well could be a Leo, or Aries, Sagittarius, or it could also be another air sign like yourself, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or maybe this person's like a mixed match, right? Could be like Leo sun, Gemini moon, or something, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out, but definitely could have fire or air somewhere. So I really like this person's energy. I feel like they're very magnetic, very expressive, maybe more extroverted, or very kind of hands-on. They're more action-oriented. Maybe they like to work out or exercise or do sports or do like outdoor activities. They're very high energy maybe, or they seem to be very energetic, more like a day person, morning person possibly. I feel like they are very kind of like what you see is what you get, very direct. Expressive, doesn't really hold back as much. And even if they are more like introverted, like when they're with you or hanging out, they're very open, like an open book. If you ask them, they'll talk to you. Very easy to get along with, very expressive. Okay, they could be very creative as well. Maybe they work in the arts, entertainment, music, design or something. They could have be very attractive as well, and it doesn't even have to be physically, although they could be physically very attractive, beautiful, handsome, whatever the case is. But I feel like their personality, their aura could also be very attractive. Just something about them, like, oh, I just like being around them. Their energy is very like, ooh, fun, like I want to be around them, I feel good. They can have really nice complexion, really nice skin, nice hair, whether it's like short, wavy, blonde, gray, brown, blonde, doesn't matter. A big heart. The thing that stands out about this person the most is they have a really big heart, big loving heart. They're really kind, really generous. And when they love someone, they are like all about them, very, very expressive. They could also have a cat or like an animal, a pet, but I feel like they could have a cat, or maybe could be a cat person as well. And I feel like there's going to be a conversation here. Maybe they are making their move towards you, or going to be messaging you, calling you, or asking for your number, or a conversation that you guys have is going to give you some comfort or some security to take a chance. It feels like you are in the mode, like you're letting go, you're detaching from fears and worries that held you back before, or you're no longer letting those thoughts that your past kind of haunt you, or you're no longer living in the past anymore. You're just like letting go of that. You're like, I'm done worrying and being scared. Because this person, it's like something they say to you, or their words give you some kind of like reassurance or courage to be open and to take that jump, or like be more expressive, or not be fearful anymore. It's like you let go of fears and doubts, and you detach from those thoughts, and now you're attaching yourself to like confidence, love, and learning to follow your heart, your intuition, as opposed to thinking maybe too logically. So something in your life is changing, something in your life is transforming. And I think for most of you, it could be more like internally, like emotionally, but it could be something externally that's like dramatically changing in your life. Maybe you're moving, changing jobs, or with family, friends, something. But I think it's more so like internally, like you're changing, or you're like transforming for the better, letting go of anything that was like holding you back. And maybe this is something that's been happening since like the full moon in Virgo, or something that's going to be like taking place in the next little while. Like you're changing, but there's a big change, but it's almost like a really good change in your life that could be scary, but it's for the best. Okay. And I feel like you're going to be moving forward more confidently now with your heart and your feelings and your emotions, because this person gives you that. They make you feel safe, like you can express yourself, like this is worth it, and I feel home. I feel like I'm home with this person, like their heart is my home, and we're each other's home. Okay. And maybe you could be meeting each other's families, or one person meeting the other person's family, or they talk about you to their family, or vice versa, or you're going to their home, or they're visiting your home. But it just feels like there is like more connection now, or you're being more open to connection, where maybe before you were kind of like resistant, a little bit holding back, a little bit scared, just trying to keep your guard up. You're just like, trying to protect yourself. But it feels like now you're letting go of fears and doubts, and learning to kind of trust and opening your heart. It just feels like you're opening your heart through this person's heart. It's like their heart is so big that you can't help but like be open to it and feel drawn to them. Okay. I love their energy. They're like this light in your life right now. They're this light that's like lighting you up and firing you up to everything you are, and like everything that the world has to offer. Okay. And I really, really like their energy. It's like it's exactly what you've been needing to kind of get you excited or make you feel alive. That's the kind of energy I feel like this person, their energy, their aura, it's like gonna make you feel very alive. You're gonna feel like, wow, like I feel like different now. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm actually open to love, or I'm taking a chance. Like I never thought this would happen. Their energy is gonna have that big impact in your life. So if you haven't met this person, be open to it, because you never know what could happen. In Aries season, everything can happen very, very fast. So you don't want to let it slip by. And if this is already someone in your life, well, enjoy it, be open to it, don't resist, just go with the flow and experience. Okay. All right. So we're going to be continuous on and extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to you? What they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. So we'll continue on and extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I will see you guys there. If not, I will see you in our next reading. All right, take care, guys. Sending you lots of love. Bye.